Crothmore was the undisputed alpha of the Vorkai species. For 7 centuries, he had ruled through raw dominance. A massive being standing nearly 3 meters tall, his exoskeleton gleaming with the scarification patterns of 1,000 victories. Every member of his species bowed before him. Every diplomat, every warrior, every colony governor knelt when he entered a room. The submission was absolute. It was law. It was survival. When a human delegation arrived at the Vorkai homeworld for peace negotiations, Crothmore barely acknowledged them. The humans were soft, fragile creatures, barely 2 meters tall, their bodies covered in vulnerable skin instead of protective exoskeleton. How amusing that they thought themselves worthy of negotiation. The delegation consisted of 7 humans, led by Captain James Rivera. Rivera had seen combat on 17 worlds. He had scars that told stories of survival against impossible odds. But he was still human, still small by Vorkai standards. The first meeting was in Crothmore's throne chamber. The Alpha sat elevated above everyone, his massive form casting shadows across the marble floor. One by one, the human diplomats approached and bowed. The protocol was ancient and non-negotiable. You bowed to the Alpha, or you were removed from the chamber by force. All except Rivera. He stood at the chamber entrance, hands at his sides, completely still. The Vorkai guards looked to Crothmore, unsure how to proceed. No one defied the Alpha. No one. Human. Crothmore's voice reverberated through the chamber like an earthquake. You will show respect. Rivera met his eyes. I respect strength and wisdom. Show me you have both, and I'll negotiate. But I don't bow to anyone. The chamber fell silent. The guards moved toward Rivera, but Crothmore raised a hand, intrigued. You understand what defiance means here? I understand perfectly, Rivera said calmly, which is why I'm not defying you. I'm refusing to participate in theater. If you want submission, you'll have to take it. But that makes you a tyrant, not a leader. I'd rather talk to a leader. Crothmore descended from his throne. This was unprecedented. The Alpha's massive form dwarfed the human completely. I could crush you with one appendage. You could, Rivera agreed. But then you lose the trade agreements, the military alliance, and the technological exchange we're here to discuss. More importantly, you confirm that Vorkai's strength is only physical, that you're nothing but a bigger predator. Something shifted in Crothmore's expression. You compare yourself to me? No, Rivera said. I'm smaller, weaker in raw strength. But I'm not afraid of you. My species learned long ago that the biggest, strongest creature doesn't always win. Sometimes the one willing to stand firm when everyone else breaks does. Crothmore circled the human slowly, studying him. Tell me about your wars. For the next hour, Rivera spoke. He told Crothmore about human conflicts where smaller forces defeated larger ones through strategy, determination, and refusal to surrender. He spoke of wars won not through dominance, but through adaptation, of civilizations that fell because they relied solely on strength, and others that thrived because they valued more than just physical power. The Vorkai are strong, Rivera concluded, but strength without flexibility breaks. Dominance without wisdom creates enemies. You don't need everyone on their knees. You need them capable, committed, and choosing to stand with you. Crothmore was silent for a long time. Then he did something no one had ever witnessed. He extended his appendage to Rivera in a human gesture of respect. I have ruled through fear, the Alpha said quietly. But fear only maintains control. It never builds anything lasting. Over the following weeks, something changed on the Vorkai homeworld. Crothmore began demanding reports instead of obedience. He asked questions instead of issuing commands. He consulted with his advisors rather than dictating to them. Some saw it as weakness. Many of those challengers rose against him. But they discovered something unexpected. A leader who commanded respect rather than demanded submission inspired loyalty the old ways never could. When Crothmore faced his first challenger in centuries, his people stood beside him. Not because they feared him, but because they believed in him. The battle was brief. Crothmore emerged scarred but victorious, and the entire species watched as he extended a hand to his defeated opponent, offering them a place at his side rather than death. Years later, the Vorkai became the most stable and prosperous civilization in the sector. And they never forgot the day a small human taught their alpha that true strength lies not in forcing others to their knees, but in standing firm and showing them a better way to stand.